Hey, Posh. How you doing? Hey. How was your weekend? Me? Oh. You lie. Chris, speaking of looking good. I want to shout you both out, but there's no one in here yet. Oh, hey, Corey with the dab. Right off the bat. Alright, here you go. This is for Corey. Supernova weekend was fun. How, like, what did you do? Tell me about it. I was just about to hit start battle, but I want to hear about Supernova. What happened? Oh, right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You won a Street Fighter competition. Who were the celebrities? There's so much to talk about. Okay, how big was the Street Fighter No, okay. Tell me the celebrities first. And Posh and Corey, I haven't forgotten about you. I want to hear about your weekends too. I want to hear what celebrities you've met. Just having some late night cereal as well. That's my dinner. Tyler Hoechlin from Superman and Lois. Jim Cummings. Winnie the Pooh and Tigger, and Christina V, world-class voice actress. Alright, so now I'm gonna have to Google Christina V. That name sounds familiar. Oh, actually, I think I might have seen her on social media. Okay, so I spell it with a H because my sister's name is Christina. She's Italian, as am I. And in Italian, it's spelled with a C, with a CH. Now, my word is the first thing I have to say about that. What's she most well known for? Mixed Mexican, Lebanese, and Native American heritage. That is a heck of a mix. Tekken Blood Vengeance, hey? League of Legends, Pokemon Masters X, Genshin Impact, she was Nanoha Shantae, the gun girl from Blaze Blue, and the new voice for the young Donald Duck. among her other roles. I gave her a heartfelt and emotional thank you. Oh, now, I'm sorry, Chris. I have never been much of an anime watcher myself. Now, that is not through lack of will, because I feel like I would be very, very into anime if I got into it. And that's probably the problem, is that I am someone who, when I get into something, I get deep into it. And, like, anime is just a black hole that I would never resurface from. So, I am sorry to say that that doesn't have as much of an impact for me as what it should. But I am still trying to share as much as I can in your excitement, because I am excited for you, Chris. Pokemon is anime, correct, yes. And I've had this conversation with a lot of people, because I'm very interested in people's responses, where I'm like, if I told someone, yeah, I like anime, I watch Pokemon all the time, like, sure, Pokemon is anime, but when us Westerners say anime, we don't think of Pokemon. And Pokemon and, like, Dragon Ball Z are the big two. And, like, there's usually big westernized ones that have been dubbed in American voices and have become popular in the West. So, yeah, Pokemon's the biggest one. Dragon Ball Z, I remember watching Beyblades a lot. As a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a huge one. Naruto, that's a big one, isn't it? I never actually watched Naruto, but not the degenerate type. Speaking of Street Fighter, she voiced a character in the previous game, hoping the character becomes DLC and she reprises that role. Well, I'm really happy for you, man. And this Street Fighter tournament that you're in, how big was it? Like, what was at stake? Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade were commercials for cards and toys, but we never saw it as kids. We just thought it was... Yeah, that's valid. Well, couldn't you say the same about Pokemon? Like, you could say that was an advertisement for the main series games, right? Just give me a second, I gotta... It was an invitational. Just had to tell the organizers you want to play, and up the stage you go. All right. And so how many players did you have to get through? What was the bracket type? %of the school population downloaded the ROMs and emulators and bought fake cards. Nintendo didn't give a dime. Get a dime from my area. Wow. I remember with the Pokemon cards, I had no idea about the collectible value of them as a kid, so I did not look after them one bit. And we recently found my, albeit not very big, Pokemon card collection somewhere in storage a few months ago. And all of the best ones, I'd written all over them. So... like, ones that I feel like could have been sold for a fair amount. Ones that, like, I'm pretty sure I could have fetched at least 3 figures for. Right. Everyone who played was playing for fun / are casuals, so what they did was they pitted the 2 players with the best track record to play for the grand prize, which was a gaming headset. So how did they determine the best track record? Did they play like Swiss style or elimination, round robin? And so, 15 minutes into the stream, I'm going to start talking about my team, which was the Leap lead, I feel like, is safe against most things, but also not dominant against most. This is the thing that you like to see most. Chinchou is the absolute best lead for this. Oh, Salazzle. Whoop. I think I have to double shield here. Salazzle obviously very hard to play against. Salazzle is a cheat code for this cup. And there's the Ducklet. That's what I wanted to see. 4, 5, 6, 7. There's the Brave Bird. Oh, no. So that's 8. They're one ahead of a Brave Bird. There it is. And not switching out yet. Oh, there it is. They let through an infestation, so not the best timing. So a Grass Knot will just not KO, I believe. Oh, I thought I could get through. I thought I could get through a Grass Knot there before they got to another Bubble Beam. So that's gonna hurt. What I don't want is for the Ducklet to be able to farm me down. So I am going to actually undercharge this. Unfortunately, that doesn't help. 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, no, it's not. I didn't realize I had that much charge. Never mind. I think I win CMP there anyway, against the Duck. I'm going to double check that, though. Because I keep forgetting. Yeah, so Chinchou wins CMP. And then where does Vulpix fit into it? That's very dependent. But generally the Vulpix. Chris Martin says, wait, I'm wrong. It's a King of the Hill format. Yeah, I was thinking like, they had to have some way of coordinating the matchups, right? They couldn't just say, all right, you and you fight now. But they had to have some way of organizing it. But yeah, King of the Hill. So it just meant you won, and then you would just keep on taking on new challenges until there were none left. Slaw says, that just sounds like a fun weekend. Harder says, I also had tons of Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards. One day I come back home and I see the closet open and they're gone. My mum. The kids at kindergarten love them, so I gave them your old toys! You aren't playing with them! Oh no! Shoot, Harder! I'm so sorry! That is typical sitcom shit. And now, were you like me and you had no idea of the value of the cards at the time? And to be fair, I still don't know how much they were actually worth. But they were like original printing cards, which I'm sure just in itself being the original run of Pokemon cards was worth a lot. To be fair, I myself am not a pro Street Fighter. I mean, I mean, you seem to do pretty well. Tim G578 says, I tried pushing vet in element, but it feels like the meta turned on me. That's a very common feeling. You're not alone. So far, I've done pretty well with Laleep lead, and I have the last couple of times Element Cup's been in. But we'll see how that goes for us, because I remember last time Element Cup was here, I peaked at in the 2990s. Yeah, the 2990s. And then, no, sorry. Let me try and remember this. Yeah, last time Element Cup was here, I peaked in the 2990s. And then just everyone I was facing at that point just played their ducklet leads perfectly, and I lost a whole bunch in a row. So I feel... I know what you're feeling, Tim. So after one player got 3 consecutive wins, a new pair takes their play. Ah, okay. Hey, Freezy. How you doing? Tomato? Stop making me hungry? Wait, why was I making you hungry? Because I was eating my cereal? I was just keeping them at the closet. Old Gen 1 original print from the US. I thought about going to a kindergarten and take it by force from the little kids, but my brain told me it wasn't a good idea. I would love the mental image of that, just ripping these cards out of the 4-year-old's hands. The supervisor in the corner going, oh, what are you doing? Can you leave these kids alone, please? Have you ever gone to your state's version of Supernova? I have not. I did go to... what's it called? Avcon once? But again, like, it's just... it doesn't have the same impact if you're not an anime watcher. I did play a lot of Time Crisis with my mate while I was there. I love Time Crisis. Time Crisis is one of the best games. It's like one of the best older games ever. Like the OG PlayStation, like the really low res Richard Miller. Like the OG Time Crisis was so fun. Abscott says, I had a similar story, moved out of home 10 plus years ago and made the error of not taking my Pokemon cards with me. Parents did a clean out of my old room. Complete set of first gen cards went missing. And like, you don't know where they went. Like, they didn't even tell you what happened to them. You were just like, hey, I had some Pokemon cards here. Did you see them? And they're like, no, I don't know. Tim says, my team did good last season, went from low 2900s to peaking at 3201 with Element, and did good this season at first, but past couple of days, I just can't push up. That's a common thing, man. I am guilty of being a chop and changer. Like, if I'm getting a few losses in a row, I'm like, well, it's because this Pokemon's not working, and I'll try this one, and I keep on messing with the team, and then so often I come back to, no, the team I was running was actually the best team that I can, excuse me, bring at the moment. I'm great. Summer arrived in Switzerland. What about you? Well, you can probably tell by the big thick jacket here that this is like down, what's it called? Down? It's just like duck feathers. You can tell by the big jacket that is not summer here. Being in the southern hemisphere. I wish I was there in Switzerland. Not just because of the heat, just because Switzerland sounds like a very fun place to live. Yeah, when I finally move out, all my games / merch is coming with me. Even keeping most of it in a big bin for easy transport. Is that the best way to transport your collectibles? In a big bin? Chris says the first Time Crisis was stupid hard. Favorite was the second game. I don't know if I ever played... With Time Crisis 2... When did the 2-player thing begin? Was that in 2 or 3? I think 2 was the first 2-player one. I remember playing it in arcades a lot. I didn't think it was overly hard. I also had Time Crisis Project Titan, which was like a weird in-between of 1 and 2. And Project Titan was pretty much the same thing, except like he was on a boat. Like he started on a boat, was tracking down like the killer of a... I forget the storyline. But you know what? Let's look it up. Time Crisis PT plot. Time Crisis. There's a Time Crisis wiki. I mean, 3D is a stretch. Taimu Guraishizu. It's written in katakana. See, I've actually, in the lead up to Japan, for those who don't know, World Championship qualifier right here, so going to Japan, this guy. But in the lead up to Japan, I have been studying Japanese, and I can recognize almost all of the hiragana, but this is all written in katakana. So I would not have been able to tell you what the... I know it says it in Romaji right next to it, but just looking at the katakana, I would not have been able to tell you what that said. Now, that is... That is the original Time Crisis, I'm pretty sure. A small republic is in danger. It's time for the one-man army. This plot is way more involved than I thought. Yeah, there was an OG story mode and a special story mode. Here is your next objective. Your mission is to uncover the plan of the organization Cantaris. This is their headquarters. Their hotel is actually a front for their weapons factory. This is their leader, also known as Cantaris. Intel came up empty on Cantaris. We don't even know a real name or gender, so go get him, kid. However, we do have positive verification that they are Wild Dog's arms supplier. Good luck, Richard. Oh, I think the special mode was the one where the final boss was in that, like, giant robot spider thing. Ah, yes. Ah, yes, I remember these characters. Moz. I remember Moz. And there's Cantaris. But what about Project Titan? Plot. Several months after the events in Cercia, VSSE agent Richard Miller is informed by his superiors that Caruban President Xavier Serrano has been publicly assassinated by a man dressed like him. Right, that was the one where Miller was framed. I was thinking it was the first one, but that makes more sense that, like, they had to establish who Miller was before they could then frame him for a crime he didn't commit. Alright, let's get into more battles. I'm gonna catch up on chat in a sec, but I'm sure people aren't here. I'm sure people are loving the Time Crisis Project Titan recap, but this is a Pokemon Go PvP channel. But what I will say is I think Time Crisis 3 has been the most difficult one. Okay, Ducklets are reasonably difficult to play. I actually find it's best to not throw on the best timing here. Because if I throw an extra one there, then that lets them get to a Brave Bird. See, this is when it gets really difficult for me. Is when they lead Ducklet and then bait me with a bubble beam. 6, 7. That could be grass knot. Oh, let's go! 1, 2, 3, 4. And a 1 CMP. Oh, now, do I let the Vulpix go? Oh, they let that go. Interesting. Okay. Now, the Ducklet is more or less dry. Oh, this is bad for me. This is good. 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8. Oh, man. There's no point. They got way too much farm there. See, now I wanted to bait there with the Ancient Power, but I have had a scary amount of people no-shield the first move from the leap expecting the bait. And I'm like, that could have, like, you no-shield that and your whole battle falls apart. Like, I don't know why that you thought that was worth taking the risk. I wish they'd taken the risk that time. Alright, let's catch up on all the chat that we have been missing. Oh, Tomatoes just said, good luck, see ya. They're out. Abscott says, no clue where the cards went. I thought that there is a 1% chance I will get to court and have a weeb judge that would understand the value of the cards, but 99% of the other judges would have locked me in a mental institute. I mean, I like those odds. Speaking of Time Crisis, I've beaten the second game without taking a single hit. Jeez. Okay, I can't imagine doing that in the first one, so maybe Time Crisis 2 is the easiest one. Chinchou, Laleep, Cottony just seems so potent to me, but at times it really feels like I'm gambling with what the opponent has in the back. It makes me want to give Vulpix a try. I love Vulpix with Quick Attack. I think that obviously there is a very triangular structure with the meta here, where your grasses, your waters, your fires. Vulpix, like, there are 2 main waters. So there's 3. There's Seal, Ducklet, and Chinchou. And Vulpix, in the right situations, can very handily beat at least 2 of them. The Seal it has a bit more trouble against, but I'm pretty sure, like, a Body Slam plus Quick Attacks will take both Ducklet and Chinchou into the yellow. I may be wrong about that, but there have been plenty of situations where I've given Vulpix energy and managed to overcome the water in the back. You want to go there for the cheese too? Yes, the Swiss have great cheese. I think if you're going to change your teams around, do it intentionally win or lose, so you're not reacting poorly to a loss, but doing it to get more data about the meta, etc. Like if you want to try out a number of teams, which is valid, but I also feel like if you're losing a bunch in a row, often you can see, well, there's this one specific Pokemon that is a hole in my team. Like if they have X amount of energy on this Pokemon, then that can tear apart my whole team. And so you can change around your team after a few losses to plug that hole, but obviously you run the risk of opening up other holes. Visit India, only 44 degrees Celsius today. Yeah, is that all? Oh, grab a ticket tomorrow. 2 reasons why the first game was so hard. The timer goes down even on wait mode, and if the timer reaches 0, it's game over. Wasn't it game over in Time Crisis 2 if it reaches 0? I mean, yeah, the going down during wait mode sucks. But then wouldn't they have balanced that, though, with how long it takes to complete the levels? Honestly, though, I'm just salty because I tried Ultra League later in today's sets and couldn't have went positive... And could have went positive, sorry, but when the game didn't show me my charge moves for a critical CMP, thanks. Oh, man. Yeah, that is infuriating when that happens. Oh, and it's happened on stream a bunch of times where I've been like, it's, for me, it's often not, I rarely get the charge moves not showing up. In fact, I don't think I've ever gotten the charge moves not showing up. For me, it's the frame drop. Like, I'll often get frame drop, and you'll see it on stream. I'll get frame drop at just the worst moments that allow them to get to another charge move or make me lose a CMP that I should win. The plot of that game was to insert another $2, and I won every time. Always preferred Time Crisis over House of the Dead. Now that was hard. I agree. I mean, I liked the game, but I agree. With katakana, think of each letter as a separate syllable. Isn't that the same as hiragana, though? Playing light gun shooters for the plot. Next thing you will tell me that Braz's videos have riveting stories to tell. I mean, have you seen them? They are pretty riveting. Yes, the third game was hard because of crazier amounts of detail and more annoying mobs than the last 2 games. See what you make me do, Fish? You had me talking at length about something I didn't think I'd talk at length about. Got him! I figured I could lead Chinchou with 2 grass in the back and make Ducklet not a problem, but it always finds a way to give me hell. Especially if you swap in a grass and they respond with a Vulpix or some other fire, then they're saving the Ducklet. If that hits, the Wooper is dead. Weird bait, now they got a mud shot down. Well, they still get it. In fact, yeah, that probably helped them, to be honest. This is why I play Ultra League, avoid the scary Ducklet. I have to have 1 shield on my low tat against 4. Right? Yeah. But you know what else is scary? Shadow Oddish can farm down a Vulpix with 2 shields. I'm gonna allow this message from Mooncoon. Because Twitch thought it was a racist slur. But the main thing dropping games to me is using the wrong grass to keep alignment and the other grass not being able to handle the third. Yeah, that sounds pretty valid. No levels in the first game were lengthy. It's a pure coin sponge. Okay. So I don't think I've ever actually found the first Time Crisis game in an arcade. I actually owned it on PlayStation. So I guess that might have made it better for me where, like, I could just keep on, like, you had your 9 credits every time you played. So I could just keep on saying continue over and over again, and I wasn't pumping $2 coins in there. I also had Point Blank. Has anyone ever played Point Blank? It was the same thing. Like, it used the PlayStation gun. But it was just, like, parlor games, I guess. I miss that game. I want to play that game again. I'm gonna try and see if my cousins are free for a games night. We're gonna play some Time Crisis and Point Blank. Thank you for the follow, Rip Cookies and Mooncoon. Yeah, but we're talking about Japanese pronunciation of English words, i.e. katakana. So, I've been learning it on Duolingo, and that's actually how they described hiragana, was each symbol is like a syllable. There is another reason the first time Crisis was so hard. It was hard to tell what bullet would hit you. That's true, yeah. Like, you'd see those little yellow flashes, which kind of indicate to me that I guess you're being hit by a bullet, but then one, like, actually, like, is a critical hit and takes a life or something like that. I've seen it back in the Philippines. There's a new version of Point Blank. Basically, it's a mini-game take on light shooters. The new Point Blank is a ticket game. Oh, really? Do they keep, like, the really old-fashioned low PPI graphics, or do they try and make it look too flash now? For some reason, my crazy team of Scrafty, Like, and Rock Swampert win in Ultra League. Oh, nice. So what do you do with the fighter lead? The Flash wasn't introduced until the second game. Oh, okay. They upscaled old assets. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. Whoop. We want to be able to tap our screen, please. Thank you, game. Really? You're not seeing many Obstagoon, many Scrafty, many Surfetch, Shadow Champ. Oh, there's that Ducklet again. Let's see how we go. Again, if they successfully bait, then we are in a lot of trouble. 4, 5, 6, 7. And they don't shield. Okay, so last game they didn't shield and they ended up baiting. Oh, snap! Oh, that is huge. 5, 6. But the downside of that is now we have to shield. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should be able to win the 2 shields. Or never mind. Oh, hello. Hello, Chikorita. Are we gonna see... Oh, we're gonna see double grass. Oh. Oh. Son of a bitch! Second Mudkip in a row? And they're gonna just farm me all the way down. There is no reason to throw a move here. That was probably pretty smart to not let me get to another bubble beam. Scrafty kills Obstagoon, that's fair, yeah. So forget about Obstagoon. But there's still plenty of other fighters. Namco light gun games greater than Big Buck. Well, look, I agree with you, but that is not to disparage Big Buck. I think Big Buck is a fun game as well. Jelliot says this is where you want Ember on Vulpix. I don't even think in that, like, grasses can usually still... Vulpix can usually still beat your grasses with quick attack. Like, it does open the door for the grasses to have some play against you, which I acknowledge, but, like, the advantages of quick attack are just so much greater than Ember. RX Pronged, g'day, welcome in. Whooper, but yeah, the thing would often frick me too. Ember just makes Vulpix RPS. That's a good way of putting it. Like, Ember losing to... Ember Vulpix loses to quick attack Ember. Yeah, that's a good play. So yeah, I don't want to completely disparage Ember. But then you got to match it up against the grass as well, because if you can't match it up against the grass, then you're in a lot more trouble. Maybe I've had disappointing experiences with Big Buck because the one machine I've tried was in shit condition. Yeah, that'll do it. If you've got a machine that's calibrated poorly, then you are not going to have a good time. Ooh, Ferroseed is very difficult. Oh, hello. I was just about to... Oh, and I did switch into Vulpix. Oh, no. I thought I'd, like... I thought I, like, took my finger off of that in time. Well, that turned a guaranteed win into a guaranteed loss. Thank you for the follow, Ho2K. Yeah, I know, right? And I can't even get heaps of farm out of this either. Alright, maybe they're not running ABA grass? Oh, okay. I thought I tried to catch there, but never mind. There we go, that's better. Okay. So we are one shield down. They're on 32 energy, I think. No, 30. They can't get to 32. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I'd love a boost right now. I think I have to use the shield for the Laleep. There's the boost. Come on. Infestation down. Infestation down. Nope. Oh, man. We would 100% have won that. Lame. Okay, so first set's negative, unfortunately. It sucks because we could have been in a position where we go for the positive in the last battle, but nope. Hey, Pesby. Maybe that's it. Yeah, another ducklet. Mannaggia la miseria. Oh, so that was 11. Let's go. Bummer. 3, 4. So that's they're on 4 wing attacks. 5, 6, 7. Are they going to Brave Bird now? Surely they Bubble Beam this. No, I mean, they might. Oh, yeah, they might have Aerial Ace as their second move. Oh, now we get it. Well, that just gave them more farm. What is this shit? Okay. So, we've got to assume they've got Chin Chow in the back. Huh. Yeah, there it is. We can tank a Bubble Beam. I think we're going to have to shield a Bubble Beam and then hope we can come out with enough energy to KO the Leap. But I don't think... Number one, we're not going to be able to KO with this Body Slam. And number two... Okay. But Weather Ball won't KO... A Weather Ball won't KO this Leap after 2 Bubble Beams. Okay, so Veteran pushes off. If you are new to the stream, this is normal for me to climb really high off stream and then plummet off on stream. The game that made me decide to take a break from Element is that I got a Ducklet lead and barely won because the opponent safe swapped a Ferroseed. Thank you for the follow, Alfonso. And g'day, Rambo. No Spanish here, unfortunately. No hablo español. You wouldn't actually think ducklet leads are as tough as they are running this team. I think the play is to just try and catch a move. I think I shouldn't try and take on the ducklet with the Laleep in the lead. Ugh, Wooper. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8. You watch, they are not going to shield this. Okay. 9. One, 2. So they farm down. 3, 4, 5, 6. Jeez. 7. Now we're going to have to spend both of our shields. Eight. That's not Mud Bomb. I know firsthand the ducklet matchup is not that great for the Laleep. They can either one-shot you with Brave Bird or deboof you to hell and back. Gonna take off for now. Good night. See you, Chris. Good chat. Pleasure reliving old video games with you. Yeah. I'm scared to do it because, like, I don't want to get RPS'd in the lead. Ooh. I'm gonna shield. And they had the same thought Sterniskin with the raid. Hey, how you doing? Is there a mod in the chat that can shout out Sterniskin69 for me? I think this KOs. Oh, that's disgusting. What? What? How did they get to another one in 2 infestations? Well, I mean, I don't know what to make of that. I've got this feature that I've set up on the stream, which is called an instant replay. So here it is. This is the battle before the last one that we just had. We've got to fast forward a little. It takes a snapshot of or a recording of the last 5 minutes of the stream. So I'm going to find out how they got to that last Ancient Power so darn quickly. Well, there's that raid from Sterniskin. Okay, first, I'm gonna catch up with Sterniskin and find out how their stream went. So Jelliot says, yeah, Tim, I think I'd go with the debuff play if I had Ducklet lead against Laleep. Laleep in the back is scarier. Yeah, and I, for the longest time, like ever since last Element Cup cycle, I've been thinking maybe this would be better in the back. It's just, the reason I like it so much in the lead is because you run Chinchou, you meet a grass, suddenly you're on the back foot. You run Ducklet, they lead Chinchou, suddenly you're in heaps of shit. I love how Laleep is so neutral against so much of the meta. Sterniskin had a lot of fun today. What were you running? Why didn't they swap? That was masterfully played, that ending. Wow, well, thank you. I felt embarrassed after molding so hard, literally within the same battle, and then ending up winning. I was like, oh, okay, I guess. Great. Probably the most neutral lead in the cup, yeah. Totally agree. Alright, so... Open Skuntank, Cress, and Verizion. Oh, Skuntank, Cress, and Verizion. I like it. That sounds like a good team. After I played... Tapu... Oh, how's Shadow Nidoqueen in Open? $12, $24, $36, $48, $60. Then they throw the Ancient Power, so that's 45, so they're on 15 energy now. That was CMP, so they don't get any extra. It's solid. It's 27, 39, 51, 63. $75, 87. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to see what went wrong. So that brings them down to 42, 54. $66. They throw another Ancient Power. So that's 21. Hang on. Oh, and then they threw 2. Yep, cool. That brings it to 45. That was exactly enough. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, never mind. Posh Waifu says, I'm back. Sorry, I was doing my own battles. Do not like Ultra League. It's not that I don't like it. I'm just always... well, I guess you could say I don't like it. I've never been a fan of the open leagues. I just... Whenever there's other options, I like the variety of going for the other options. any sort of restricted meta, I'm there. Honestly, they just had to immediately go Vulpix after the Brave Bird, but they got greedy for the beam. Yeah, that would have won it for them. I think they thought that they could... Well, yeah, well, that's exactly what you're saying, right? That they thought they could get to the Bubble Beam to KO the Vulpix, to KO the Chinchou. Honestly, no, I read that one. Ultra League is legit my fave. I mean, I don't blame you. Ultra League is, I think Open Ultra League is more fun than Open Great League, for sure. What is your go-to team? Do you have a go-to team? I like the replay feature, it's nice. Yeah, I think it's super handy. It's really good for debriefing on a battle. I don't like Open Ultra, but I'm trying to change of pace. I got real tired of Open Great League too. Yeah, and it's funny how we were so hyped for that, that meta change, and already we're like, nah, it's boring. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. I have, like, no idea what I'm gonna run for Worlds. I've tried to put together a couple of teams and they have had just crater-sized holes in them. Posh Waifu says, I want to battle you one day. Well, I mean, we've got channel rewards. It's like 1,000 dust to battle the streamer. Or we could do a duo. We could battle each other in Little Cup. Sete says, good luck, Fish. Little Cup sucks. Look, why is everyone hating on Little Cup? I used to be with you. I used to be, like, such a Little Cup hater, but now I'm down for it. I'm an apologist. A Little Cup apologist. A Ducklet apologist. I also love Open Ultra. This season, I'm trying some new teams and having a blast. Good to hear. What have you been trying? P Magazine says Open Ultra League got really boring for me after introducing the 2 goats. Oh, that's an interesting take. Oh, Waifu's running a gang. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I saw that on the stream that we raided you in. You were running the Focus Blast one, right? War Rain, Shadows Art, and Gengar. So, I mean, that's a very glassy backline. Jelliot, you're the same as me. Yeah, you prefer the limited metas. Until they nerf Metacham in Great League, until they nerf Metacham, Great League will stay a dumpster fire. So, I do think Metacham needs a nerf, but I don't think that Metacham being dominant is the reason that Great League is a dumpster fire. Because, like, there are plenty of things that have play against it. It's tough because there's a very well-established kind of idea of a triangle in Great League, which is fighter, anti-fighter, and tank, where the fighter will crush the tank like a Bastiodon or a Registeel. The tank will crush the anti-fighters like your like your Noctowls and your Trevenants. And Metacham played the role of both fighter and anti-fighter. Plays the role of both fighter and anti-fighter, which makes it so ubiquitous. But there is plenty of play around it. Like, it's not absolutely busted. Like, Trevenant was an absolutely busted Pokemon, but then you had, Noctowl, which was the one thing that absolutely crushed the Trevenant. And then Noctowl, which was like, and then Lantern, which was like the one thing that could absolutely crush the Noctowl. So that formed that really disgusting triangle. Now, everyone's like, no, screw Trevenant. Trevenant's shit. And so they've stopped using Trevenant. And that's kind of broken up the triangle a little bit. So I think the meta is in a healthier place now. I think the update did its job in that the meta is healthier now than what it was last season. But it certainly does have room to improve. And yeah, nerfing Metacham will help. But I guess the point is, like, I don't think Metacham being on top is not the reason Great League is terrible. Waifu says, I hope nobody in here will snipe me. That is a constant fear for a streamer. Ice Punch makes Medi too good. Reflex Z79, thank you for the follow. Little Cup does suck, but it's good for climbing. I like more of a challenge. Right. Okay. I'm taking the easy option. I love Little Cup, just a bit burnt out the last couple of days. I think I would be climbing more if Element Cup was later in the season. Right now I'm fighting with sharks. That's an interesting take. And that's something that's occurred to me as well. Like what the difference is between... Because Element Cup's always been late in the season. It's never been this early. The thing that can stop a bad Metacham is a good Metacham. Waifu says, what's your Discord? I want to join. That would be... Pallet Town PvP. So I don't have my own Discord. I'm part of the Pallet Town PvP community. I'm pretty active in there. It beats out other fighters, and flying types can't beat it reliably. We're forced to psychic types that are barely viable, rigid charmers, or ghosts, which are few and far between. So I think all valid. My rebuttal would actually be to follow a different train of logic, which would be no matter what is on top of the meta, like the way it works, especially in Go, I think it's incredibly hard to make a truly balanced meta. Like, I think there's always, you nerf Metacham, something else is going to rise to the top. And then we'll be saying, oh, nerf Duosion, because like nothing beats Duosion. And Duosion's making the, the meta unplayable. Sede says, what about D being? I don't know what you mean. You might have to elaborate. Oh, DD. There we go. Being fighter, anti-fighter, and tank. That is a good observation. DD does do all three roles, but it's so badly beaten by ghosts, I think. Whereas Metacham, I think, has a little bit more play. I mean, not much. But that Ice Punch, like Tim points out, the Ice Punch does help it a lot. And Psychic is able to hit the ghost as well. Shadow's art is insane. Oh, I know. Trust me. I just crushed so many teams. So, is Zard your safe swap there, or do you safe swap the Gengar? Crocodile says, do you prefer... Oh, Crocodile. You need to reach out to your Silph opponent, buddy. In GoCast. They are talking about removing you from the tournament. I hope that was you and not... there's another person starting with K. Do you prefer the Trev Walrein meta a couple of seasons back, or the Noctowl Lantern meta? Absolutely Trev Walrein. Because Trev Walrein had play against each other, and like neither of them were unbeatable. Whereas Noctowl Lantern, that's just, like I said before, just a rock, paper, scissors triangle, where there was just not, like, you could be up 2 shields, you could have outplayed the crap out of your opponent, you've got Trevenant in the back end, whoops, their last Pokemon's a Noctowl. And outplayed. Waifu says Walrein is always better. Can you message me on there? Alright. I'm down. I'll do it now before I forget. Probably, but Metacham in particular feels like it's dominated for too long. I think it's a symptom of how you don't feel rewarded enough for using Squishy Spice in Great League at times. Yeah, that's valid. Yeah, and really good point about, like, Metacham's just been so good for so long. How do you nerf it, though? Because you can't touch its stats. The base stats of a Pokemon are set by the Pokemon company or Nintendo or whatever. Nintendo, I guess. Nintendo sets the base stats of a Pokemon, and then there is a universal formula that converts those base stats into a Pokemon stats in Go. So the stats aren't... You can't tinker with those. You can only tinker with the moves. So I think the only thing that could reliably hurt Metacham is to nerf Counter, which hurts a lot of other things, but maybe that's what you got to do. Maybe you know what they should do? They should swap the stats of Counter and Karate Chop. Oh, Waifu says I run Zard in the front. Okay, so then... if you run it... So you'd swap out on... You'd swap out on a Swampert, obviously. You'd probably swap out on a Walrein lead. What else wouldn't you like? A Tapu Fini lead you'd hate? Crocodile says I don't remember signing up. Then it is probably not you. Now that I've got Discord open, I will double check. It was someone beginning with K. Kawaii. Sorry, my bad, Crocodile. Alright, closing Discord. I low-key missed the Walrein meta compared to what we've got now. It was easy for me to play it in my favor. I got Trev with 2 fairies and core broke many teams. Shadow or normal Walrein. I copium on regular since I don't have a viable Shadow. I prefer the Shadow. I do think the Shadow is better in most situations. Although you are speaking to the guy who qualified with regular Zard. Sete says, I prefer the Noctowl Lantern just because of Guzzlord. Trevenant sucks now, so unfortunate. See, I disagree, Posh. I think Trevenant is still good. And everyone's just gone, nah. No, thank you. And same with Walrein. Like, Walrein was still plenty good, but it just got completely shafted by the community. The one thing would be to reduce Ice Punch base power, but other Pokemon would get fricked. Yes, I don't think Ice Punch would be enough. I think you've got, like, Counter is Metacham's biggest weapon. Sete says, I guess you would have to nerf Counter, and then you would nerf a lot of mons. Yeah, like, that would be setting fire to the meta. But maybe it has to be done, you know? Make some moves. So I think making Psychic more expensive would be a start. Absolutely. Would force it into the fighter role rather than the jack of all trades. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, so maybe that would be enough. And you wouldn't be throwing so much of a cat amongst the pigeons with Counter. Tim says Counter is a bit too sweeping. They probably don't want to calculate the recoil of that. I don't know how much they actually calculate it. I often say I don't know what goes on. Because I haven't run too many $5 billion companies myself. But only 1 or 2. I honestly have no idea how much thought they put into the move updates. They could just say, oh, this sounds nice, or they could actually do some calculations and say, yeah, this would have this effect on the meta, etc. Wrote that before you said it. I believe you, don't worry. I wouldn't mind Counter having a slight nerf too, making it deal less damage, and Shadow Claw as well. I'm fine with those two both getting a nerf. Tim says maybe give Counter 6.5 power, but I can't imagine much harsher than that. Can you have 6.5 power? Can you have half powers? I just stay in right until the first move and usually swap into Wall Rain. Is that against the Swampert or the against a Wall Rain? Wait, no, 7.5 power. Misremembered the base power. Wall Rain is so good. I like targeting Ice Punch / Psychic because they would hit Metacham more specifically and reduce its neutral matchup play. Counter feels like a Pandora's box. Yeah. I feel like I'm being outvoted on counter and out-argued as well. So, well played. Okay, I'm about to shower and get breakfast. I'll be back. We'll be lurking in the middle. Alright, have fun. Have a good shower. Don't fall in. What? DG Ghost also, thank you for the follow. I didn't acknowledge you before. Thank you for the follow and welcome into the Pallet Town community. Alright, so we got lucky on the last battle. Okay, Vulpix is reasonable. Especially with Quick Attack. This is another time when you might want Ember instead of Quick Attack. Okay. Let us shield this. I think we're taking it to the 2 shields now. Or maybe not. Oh, hello. 3, 4, 5. We can tank 1. It's a Shadow Vulpix into Shadow Chikorita. Double grass, double grass. Oh, did they win CMP there? Yeah, they might have just drawn out my fire. I think it's an Oddish in the back. Oddish or Bulbasaur in the back. Oh! Hello, trainer! Five, 6. Now, a Brightbird will actually take me very low. 7. Oh, they've got Quick Attack. Yeah, that's right. They do have Quick Attack. That's not going to help me now. So a Thunderbolt will KO, but I don't think I'll get there in time. Fuck. How could I have played that differently? So that's another situation where having the energy lead on the leap would have helped. That was a big one. I thought Vulpix won CMP there. Not lose CMP against Chico. You think you shielded incorrectly? Yeah, okay, so D's Nuts and Waifu both came to pretty much the same conclusion. They took different roads to the same destination, and I think they are both exactly right. That's where I lost it. Oh, thank you for the bits as well, Waifu. No, nerf the counter. Yeah, it may hurt other fighters, but a lot of them have other niches that help them survive anyway. Oh, do they? Actually, I don't know about that. Like, Like, Shadow Machamp would just have nothing. Maybe Poison Jab would become the preferred move on Toxicroak or something. Oof, they throw on Denial Timing. Billy Parley Khan, welcome back. Sete says the thing with counter is that fighting is such a strong offensive move that it feels that counter is too good. Yeah, I mean, and it's also actually mathematically good as well. Iwa, hey. Low, it was some very attack-heavy Chikorita. Yeah, so, okay, so what is the default attack on a Chikorita versus a Vulpix? Wow. Yeah, I should be winning CMP on that. That's wild. Yeah, you were right, Ewa. Wow. So, in the future, that's actually... I'll probably do the same thing again. Alright, so now I'll try and catch on the... Oh, okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. That does so much damage. Holy smoke. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, okay. So they're on 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 1 infestation. 2, 3. 4. 1, 2. The aim is to get them into Thunderbolt range. 3, 4. Was that CMP? If that was CMP, that's game. Okay, now I just have to survive the Brave Bird from the... It might not even have Brave Bird, the Ducklet. That's better. What are we, 2 and 2? All right, we can go positive. Alright. Let's see what you got, Ducklet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hello. I feel like I should have gone for Ancient Power there. Oop, that's not what the screen's meant to do. Oh, they didn't shield. Oh, well, I'd clearly have to shield this and farm down. If they throw out Ducklet, I throw immediately. So that's 7. Eight, 9, 10, 11. $12. So that's just gonna be Bubble Beam. Oh, Brave Bird. Sure, trainer. Alright, the quit's gonna come any second now. Yeah, see? That's CMP! I threw one early there just in case I miscounted, because there's been a lot of times where I've just like, there's been like an invisible fast move in there somewhere, and I've gotten there one earlier than I expected, so I just threw on 4 instead of 5 there. That's how it's supposed to work. D's Nut said, glad to see you've improved your CMP winning ability. See that we learn. Also, for those of you, so we have commands in chat. I still haven't made like a timer or a thing, a slide to say it. I need to do that. I'm going to put that on my to-do list, but we've got these commands, and it's been a thing the last couple of streams where I've needed to replace one of them. So I now officially have a better GIF for this command. Whenever the nuke move is thrown and lands. Whenever someone lands the nuke move, that's the GIF we got to use. We've also got bait. And we have catch. Which we're still going with these GIFs for now. But they will get switched out eventually. Which reminds me, I'm going to write that down, that I've got to write a little timer to pop up in the chat there. Because I'm definitely going to forget. $24.14. We're back into the 2400s. Das is good. You don't happen to be around the 2400 mark, do you, Ewa? Wow, another ducklet. Five, 6, 7. Ooh. Ah, bummer. For some reason, I thought they'd throw Ancient Power. Why would they throw Ancient Power straight away? 6, 7, 8. Nine. That's 100 and that's over 100. So they're on 55. $67, 79 energy. $91. That's probably the right thing to do. Five, 6. I'm gonna let it go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if that was the right play. Maybe I should have just let that energy go to waste. Fuck. TB12 Pats rule with the open my gift. There you go, you get one from a tennis court. And a Squirtle sticker. Oh no! Alright, remind me after the battle. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna go back to throwing the Ancient Power. Maybe I will... No, that cash didn't work. They're on 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh. So that's 9. Ah, cheeky bugger. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why do they keep over farming? Oh, do I have a move on the Leap already? Ah! Wow. Oh, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. So I think 2 Ancient Powers is still enough to do it, but like I'm not confident in this one. Well, do I just survive? Maybe, potentially. Yeah, easy. So I have to just tank a bubble beam, unfortunately. It makes sense for them to throw it just to try and get the boost. Back to back should be enough here. And I think I can farm down the ducklet. Oh, have I gotten rid of the ducklet already? Huh, when did that happen? I guess I got an extra quick attack through that I didn't think I'd gotten. Sterniskin, 69. Gift being opened. This one is from Kirschblüten in Halle, Sachsen-Anhalt, Germany. And it's got a Ditto Articuno as a sticker. I've not seen that sticker before. That is a gorgeous sticker. Here you go. You get an Axu. Oh, whoops. $67 kilometers. I didn't even notice that. I feel like I've been streaming for weeks. It's only been 2 hours. Not even. What is this? This is set 3. Oh, freaking Whooper! Oh, Ember. I'm going to take 1 shield, and then I'm going to swap in Vulpix. This is a little bit... Okay, never mind. I didn't think they would survive. I did think they would survive, sorry. I got a frame drop there, which almost cost me. Oh, no. Eight, 9. We've still got the 2 shields. We should be fine, right? Brave Bird, loving it. 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, we don't get to use that energy, but we can now double shield the Mudkip. That was a risky no shield. But I was like trying to remember just how much energy they'd built up. And I'm like, could they get to a 3rd Mud Bomb to KO? Sterniskin says, I just play since it came out and I walk a lot. Non-workers EU friendly time for stream. By the way, non-workers EU friendly time for stream, by the way. Yeah, it's well, okay, look, it's the most EU friendly stream time I can give you, because during your evening time, I'm asleep. And our meta breakdowns that we do on Tuesday nights US time, they happen after the Europeans have gone to sleep. By the way, plug for that. Here on this channel, every Tuesday night, US time, we do a breakdown of the upcoming custom GBL Cup. So this week it'll be the Single Type Cup, and it is also being called the Mortal Kombat Cup. Don't know who came up with that name. Yeah, so myself and perennial GBL leaderboarder Lyle Jeffs are going to be breaking down the Single Type Cup and working out what's good and what's not good. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern US time. But yeah, that's after like midnight European time, unfortunately. So this is the best I can do. I'm sorry. See, if they were quick attack, that was a much harder game. That is true. That is very true. Oh, is it? Oh, this guy keeps on beating me. Salanded, come on. Well, I mean, you should join us in the meta breakdowns. I'm going to let this go. I'm actually predicting a swap out here. Yeah, there it is. And I'm fine at not throwing the move. I actually wanted to entice them to throw their energy by not throwing the energy myself. You know what? I am going to shield this because if it's a grass in the back, we're going to lose anyway. If it's like a Chinchou or something, then we're going to be glad we had the shield and the energy. Well, that's annoying. That's doubly annoying. Fuck. Oh. Why does this guy keep on beating me? Yeah, well, that's why, because he's got to land it. He's got the cheat code. Oh, hey, Fine Panic. Thank you for the sub. The resub. We'll thank you properly after this battle. Alright. This is the lead we want to see. I was hoping to catch a weather ball. Now we've put ourselves in a shitty situation. Oh, that's big. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, where's that catch gif? Okay, that's game. There it is. Oh, no. Okay, that's another bubble beam. They have to Thunderbolt here. Oh, they still have another Pokemon. So with the leap with the energy, they could have either. Oh, after they threw that last bubble beam, I was pretty sure I would just survive. And so I was trying to be quick enough on the reflexes that if they swapped out and tried to snipe with Chinchou, I would hit the Grass Knot. And if they didn't, then I'd hit the Ancient Power. Unfortunately, I wasn't quick enough, and they just wing attacked me down. But we got the win. And that's another positive set. A win is indeed a win. True facts. We're up to 24-28. Still down on the day. But yeah, these Ducklet leads are pretty tough to handle. Maybe I've just got to play it out with a leap and not shield the first one ever. The Ducklet Chinchou Cup. Wayne's World. I hear this guy's excellent. Ooh. We stay in here. Oh, I forgot to thank Fine Panic for the resub. Oh no. Bah. Darn it. I was hoping I could get that second one off before they decide to throw their move, but I was a little poor with my timing. Oh! $13 times 8. That's 100 energy. Now they're at 45. Two, three, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. That is 96 energy. Ah! 45. That's another bubble beam. Fuck! Because bubble beam is 40, not 45 energy. I thought they were 4 away from another Thunderbolt. And the worst part of that is, if I had shielded that, like, no matter what it was, even if it was a bait, like, no one's getting off any more moves. That was it. Like, the Ducklet, I think, was dry, right? The Ducklet had used all its energy. I caught the Brave Bird. Like, that was the worst misplay of the night. I just said, hey, look, I know you're feeling down, so here, have a win condition. I did everything in my power to lose that. So far. And this is why we are not hitting veteran tonight. Foreign kicker. Ooh, I haven't seen one of these yet today. This is actually not a great lead for us. I might have to try and catch a move, maybe? So that's 10. We got a shield out of him. 11, 12. $13. I think they grass knot here. I'm actually gonna shield. Oh, fuck! Alright, that's Bubble Beam. Wow, that is a bold choice, trainer. Alright, so I'm gonna do the same. We should be okay here. Ah, that's not okay. I'm so sad now. I'm going through the 5 stages of grief. Alright, maybe some fireworks will cheer us up, so... Fine Panic, thank you for your subscription. We appreciate your contribution to the Pallet Town community. And more importantly, you make me very, very happy. You know, as someone new here, I should take the chance to say congrats for qualifying for Worlds. Thank you. You used Shadow Zard. I didn't. I actually used regular Zard. And had to field a lot of questions after. Why? And the reason was just my team preferred the extra bulk. Bulk is like such an underrated thing in PvP. Everyone, look, not everyone. There are so many people who are right at the top of the PvP game that are unfortunately, I think, very rigid in their thinking. So, throughout the process of creating a team for OCIC, I came up with several ideas. Not just OCIC, like other regionals that I've played as well. I've come up with several picks that I've presented the idea to these other great players, and they've been like, no, that's terrible. Don't do that. Some examples of this included Shadow Ninetales, and that was before Cindy became a massive smash hit sensation with her. But to be fair, I didn't think of running Ember. I thought I was running mine with Fire Spin. But yeah, Shadow Ninetales was an early thought I had, and everyone was like, no. The fuck? Alolan Sandslash was a Pokemon I was very close to bringing to OCIC. The regular Zard, the Shadow Abomasnow, and the Water Gun Lantern were spicier picks that did make it to my team. But again, like, so many people were telling me, don't do that. One person I know kept telling me, don't run Gliscor, run Swampert as your ground type. Waifu's back. Not okay. This is not okay. Stugatz is here, hey. Haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for the follow, Koi, Yuki, and Jelliot. Tim says, this is how I felt yesterday when I lost a game because I didn't throw a seed bomb right away at a freaking Ferris seed, which prevents me from farming it down like, oh no. I mean, I can understand why you would hesitate to throw a seed bomb at a double resisted Ferrothorn. You definitely look more than happy. I firmly agree, everyone liked the CMP ties and shadow damage, but getting farmed down before a move is so depressing. Right? Yeah, they're like, that's the big thing. Like, even like an Ice Punch from a Metacham would put me in a dangerously low range. They could just like double shield farm down or some dumb shit like that. Cool29, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. Pokefun, hello. Oh, interesting. Picking Pokemon by typing instead of roll. Yeah, well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing, right? Like, it's a little more nuanced. Like, you've got Fighter, but when you say Tank, it's normally a Steel type. More often than not. Fighter usually means a fighting type. But, like, Gliscor and Swampert actually have reasonably similar targets. Like, they both beat Registeel. They both beat G-Fisk They both beat Bastiodon. They both beat Lantern, although they're both kind of iffy with Lantern. One, two, quick attack again. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, that's that denial timing that Tim talked about. Ooh, we're seeing a lot of those swap-ins into Chikorita. That's a body slam. I think we can tank that comfortably. Kind of comfortably. That's pretty big. Now, I'm trying to remember what we've seen as the third Pokemon every time we've seen Vulpix Shadow Chikorita. I think Ducklet is a third. So I am going to put my chips all in on that idea. Okay, we won't shield this one. Interesting that they have shielded that. How much energy do they have? No, I'm gonna shield this. I'm worried that they're shielding. I feel like maybe it's a grass in the back. Nope, Ducklet. We called it. I called it the first time. GG. Stuttgart says, we've been chasing the dream, pal. We're 200 hours or 3.5 months in on playing 1-3 500 max part-time and averaging between 30 to 50 bucks an hour. Might start recording soon if it stays consistent. Well done, my man. That is excellent work. $30 to $50 an hour, that's like, yeah, like, I would consider myself officially, like, happy with that. That's more than what I'm getting at my current job, depending on the job. I've got multiple jobs. Cool29 says, I'm still waiting for the day I qualify for Worlds with my Bidoof, Shuckle, Magikarp comp in Masters. It'll happen. Just chase that dream, buddy. Mega Shuckle will do the job. Mega Shuckle. Top 1 Pokemon. Frederick says, anyone looking forward to the Single Cup or know what their team will be? I don't know what my team will be at this stage. I know that there's so much fighting going around, which makes Coppergregus a really good pick, but there's also Umbreon in the meta, which will be... So it could end up being a very Noctowl, Trevenant, Lantern situation with, like, Fighter, Coppergregus, Umbreon. That worries me. but I haven't checked to see if there's any core breakers to that trio. There's definitely fairies around, so Clefable is there, but just to throw a little spanner in the works, there's also Registeel, which has the fighting move, obviously. That's a much more neutral matchup with Cofagrigus. Stugat says you win a tourney. Are you talking about a poker tourney or a Pokemon tourney? Because I have not won a poker tournament in a fair while. Twyback says, can we try Chinchou Rex this league? Yeah, unless you get it locked in against a grass type, and then it does not wreck. It gets wrecked. Why did my kilobits a second go down to 0? I hope that didn't end the stream accidentally. Stuttgart says, I'm happy for sure, but 200 hours is a small sample. That's the only thing. Yeah, you're right. Although, is it that small? 200 hours of play times minimum $30. You're looking at $6,000 right there. Tim says I have a 15, 14, 12 Wobbuffet. I wonder if this is its moment. This is the time. Frederick says Granbull. Yep, that is an option, and it does have close combat too to fight back against the. And it's got Crunch and Close Combat, which are two moves that are super effective against the Cofagrigus and the Registeel. So yeah. Stugat says Pokemon. Yeah, so I didn't win a tournament, but I came second in the OCIC Championship. So I'm going to the World Championship in Japan in August. Now, I don't expect to do in any way well, because the level of competition that will be at Worlds versus the level of competition that was at OCIC, with respect to the Australian battlers, way different. So, I'm comfortable saying I'm one of the better battlers in Australia, but that does not put me very high. That's like being the best soccer player in Yemen. I don't think that I am really up to scratch on the world stage. I mean, it needs to shield to beat a Fire-type Keck W. Which Pokemon are we talking about now? Granbull has close combat, I like Coffin. Wonder if Snarl Granbull is the move. Yeah, that's something I always consider. I'm up 8,000 right now. I went straight up 8,000, then down 5, and just came back up from 5. Love to hear about your successes. You're the only Pogo streamer I still follow because we have poker in common. And I've been out of it for a while. I do plan to get back into it once I've stopped. Once I've finally yeeted the Pokemon Go scene, which I've said often that I will eventually leave the Pokemon Go scene and I'll get back to poker. But really, I really hadn't started. I hadn't gone far in my poker journey yet when Pokemon Go kind of stole my attention. I was actually losing. I was much more a tournament player. I was losing money a lot on cash games and making my money in tournaments. And so I think my average was like $3 an hour in tournaments. And minus like $100 an hour in cash games. It was pretty bad. I don't know if it was $100 an hour. It wouldn't have been $100 an hour, but like it was bad. My cash game was not good. Started off wrong when you called it soccer. Well, I mean, I feel like that illustrates my point, doesn't it? Stuttgart's with the sub. Thank you, Stuttgart's. And when someone subs, we make sure to thank them properly. Appreciate you. Love here. I want to see you come back and tell me your poker stories. I want to live vicariously through you. Eventually, I will get back into it, like I said, and I am gonna like knuckle down and study the game so I can get good at it and start making like returns. But like I said, I've always been a tournament player. I have always much preferred that format to the cash game. But thank you so much. Here's to our success. Tim G, thank you for the follow. I can't tell you I'm up 8k and not sub. Putting those dollars to good use. So what have you done with your newfound income? Well, I chucked $5 at the feet of this guy who plays Pokemon Go for people's entertainment. Oh, there's the lead we like. So that's eight thingos. Now they're on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hello. What are you doing here, Ferrothorn? Oh, this is the most RPS that we could possibly do to someone. They didn't even know I had Vulpix in the back. I don't know why they shielded that, though. That was a very unnecessary shield. Screw the pogo, you got great vibes, positive attitude, and a great outlook on life. People like to be around people. Oh, well, that is very lovely. Thank you. And that is not always the case. My self-analysis is that I do try very hard to do that, so I'm very, I'm thrilled that that's something that someone's noticed in me, but I also have very weak moments a lot of the time. I will say that I've actually been... So where do I start this story? There's like so many bits and pieces that I could go further and further back in the story, but I don't want to get too bogged down. So we're talking about like, I feel like my biggest strength is like being reflective. And these streams get bogged down a lot in like reflective, philosophical, deep thinking conversations. And I love that. They are my favorite conversations to have. Now, a little while ago, I came to the realization that I was just in a really bad space because I was losing a fucking bunch and getting so mad whenever I lost. And being someone who is very public facing and a leader in a, albeit small, but very positively focused community, like I didn't feel like I could afford to be someone who was molding at like his opponents every time they beat him in Silph. Like I did not like being a person who who like got beaten in Silph and then said, oh well, you only won because I overtapped the this and that, whatever. Like, ensuring people, making people see that they only lost because I misplayed, or like there were circumstances outside of my control or whatever. Like I was being toxic for a while. So I made the decision to go on a complete 1 week detox of Discord. It was meant to be Pokemon Go as well, but I kind of failed at that. I did play a bit of Pokemon Go, including some battling, which but it was fine because like just being off of Discord for a week was already a huge improvement in my mental state. The constant notifications, being part of dozens and dozens of servers, you don't realize how much each little notification is like a little stressor in your life. So what I'm getting at is that after coming back from that detox for a week, I made the decision to remove all push notifications from my phone. So now I don't get messages unless I specifically go into Discord or Messenger or email, whatever. They're the 3 things I talk on. I actually don't use Facebook at all, so like, and that's another story. But I actually have to go into all of those apps to be able to talk to people. And that has, I cannot tell you, I cannot find the words to describe how helpful that has been in keeping me in a good headspace. Now I can lose, at least for now, I can lose. And yeah, I have my quick little but then I'm over it and I move on, and I keep on smiling. So that's my secret at the moment, is turning off push notifications on my phone. Sugard says, probably another reason why I love it here, I'm the same. Oh, what were you referring to? That you're the same? That you're a sore loser, or that you're a reflective person? Mindset is the latest thing I've been getting coaching on. It's so important and so helpful. That was a smart move. Thank you, man. And yeah, mindset, I've been hearing a lot. I was hearing a lot about how mindset is like the last frontier in poker training at the moment. So you've been actually, like, from the start, you were getting a mindset coach. What's that been like? Being reflective? Yeah, I think it's such an important skill to have. Where am I at? I got one more battle for this set, and then I've got one more battle after that. So tell you what, let me just play this battle out, and then I'll find out a little more about the mindset coach, just so I can start the next battle before midnight. E-Top, hey, welcome back. I can see that. How have you been? All right, here we go. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, was that 9? Or was that just the completion of the animation for 8? 9. I'm gonna guess that's 9. 10, 11. 12, 13. So they're on like one more until the next one, I think. 5. There it is. I'm gonna let that go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no! Do you see that lag? Fuck. Okay, so they were one ahead of where I thought they were. I'm gonna insta swap to the Chinchou. Because I figured that if it was Chinchou Ducklet in the back, then we needed the energy lead on the Chinchou. And if it was a grass type, we were going to lose either way, so I believe that insta-swapping to Chinchou was the correct move here. Ooh. We could... No. Right, I thought we still had back-to-back moves. No, and even if we did, we wouldn't have won. $24.13. Alright, so starting the last set, and now we will talk. That's how my poker obsession started. So much of it applies to life. Oh, so how did it start? Like, talking about the mind game of it. E-Top says, good. Excellent, good to hear. Interesting, the Discord notifications was a big stressor. Yeah. And like I said, like, you don't notice until you get rid of them. How nice it is. E-Top says, I have 1k. No Title FF says, hi bro, please rate my Ultra League team. Lead Giratina, middle Lucario, last Alolan Muck. Yeah, sounds alright. You would hate a Scrafty. Scrafty would be a nightmare for your team, but it's not bad. So the mindset's been amazing. Learned some things about the brain I never knew, like how we have a slow mode and an autopilot mode, basically, and learning how to focus using certain parts for certain things, especially when competing. So what's the difference between slow mode and autopilot? Without... You know, just like you've paid good money for mindset coaching. Don't expect you to just give us all the information for free. But if you want to give us the cliff notes, I'm interested in that. I thought maybe the GBL lag plus Silph going away would be an irritant. Drove me nuts, especially missing Legend, despite being in the top 100 a week before the first leaderboard came out. I remember reading you talk about that. Yeah, I mean that would be absolutely I'd get real butthurt about that too. I mean, it did happen to me. I remember saying similar things last season, how I was like up there and then I just plummeted. I was actually like, Silph announcing they were closing was very like, it was a heavy moment, but I felt like it was just I felt like I had closure with that, at least. Like, okay, that was an amazing 7-year run for the Silph Road. But now it's gone and something else is gonna spring up in its place from the ashes. Maybe you should try a bit of a Discord detox for a week. See how you go. Tim says, reading a third Pokemon is so critical in this cup because you just don't have a lot of wiggle. Yeah. Yeah. Totally right. Etop has redeemed Fight Me. Alright. Alright. This is gonna go well. So, Etop, scan that code. And what is your in-game name? Alright, scan it. And that will send me a request. And what kind of battles do you want to do? We walk on autopilot, drive, breathe, things like that, etc. Well, that's scary that we drive on autopilot. Our specific areas in the brain can process those without much thought, so tie it to poker. Remembering the stack sizes at the table, small example, I've been through repetition getting that to the autopilot so that the slow part can use less of my energy and focus it on the nuances of specific hands in play. That's really cool. I love that. Now, the battle doesn't seem to have come through. Great League, we can do that. There we go. No, not you, Ewa. Bad Ewa. Let's try again. E-top. Scan that. E-top redeemed some channel points to battle on stream. Oh, now E-top is saying done, but it does not seem to be done. Ari, the poker stuff. I always figured poker skills would give a massive advantage in the play Pokemon tournaments against people who are used to online play, but I guess maybe they pick up similar prediction skills and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, how does poker relate to... How does poker relate to play Pokemon, do you think? It doesn't seem to have worked, E-top. Do you want to try again? Game theory is an amazing subject, and you are correct, it applies to all. Game theory, yeah, you're right. I do kind of try and use game theory when I can. Warrior JMac 5 has redeemed Fight Me. Okay, we have some content. Poker itself might not, but game theory definitely will help in all. Yeah, totally. It doesn't seem to be working, E-top. Yeah, I believe you, but it's not coming through. And I don't know how to fix that. Do you want to restart your game and then try? Similar skills in calling baits and tells especially. Maybe the way people react to a win and loss as well. Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe you need to read more hands. Oh, maybe you need more hands for that to be reliable. So you've been a poker player yourself? I feel like that's something we might have talked about and I had forgotten about. You ready? You've got a match. Is this for Innocent Cup? Alright, there's the code again. If we can't get it working the third time, then I might have to just refund the points, I'm sorry. In 2 hours? I think it'll take less than 2 hours. Hey, there we go. Oh, this is Ultra League. I'm gonna use my summer card. Oh, come on! Alright, we'll give it one more go. We did talk about it. I've always been absolutely terrible at poker, but I understand the theory. Just always go for the nukes there too. There you go. There's that similarity. Yeah, right. Quality. Hashtag thank you, Niantic. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, snap. Oh, that is hidden power. Oh, what is going on? Nihilego? Well, I mean, I've got to throw in Jellison, right? What's this got? Poison Jab, Rock Slide, Sludge Bomb. Oh, and that is a Melmetal. Underrated Pokemon, I feel. Particularly in Master League. Double Iron Bash? I think I just shield and then like double Weather Ball. Oh, the kid. Hey, welcome back. The kid. Aura Sphere. Loving those legacy moves. Saw them everywhere in Master League? Really? Okay, I wouldn't know because I have not seen... I have not played too many Master League battles. Where did you get the cool eyes from? Just online. Ordered them. Well, you do get 3 battles, so happy to rematch. I get the feeling Ethan didn't rematch. Oh no, they did. Let's go. Ah, here we go. This is a bit better for you. So I'm gonna presume that the Togekiss is in the back. And I'm also gonna presume that this is a single moved Melmetal. There's that Nihilego again. Surprised how low Melmetal is ranked in the single type cup, below Berserker as well. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess because there's so many fighters around, I think Red still beats it. I don't think it does particularly well against Cofagrigus. Oh. Is that Ice Shard Regice? No, that is... Oh, very nice catch. But that's Frost Breath, I believe it is. That's another dib. Alright, I feel like I'll really change up this team for the next one. Feraligatr does have Crunch Hydro. PvPoke also has Snarl, regular Gramble as the preferred option as well. What about with Shadow? Is Snarl preferred on Shadow? Interesting. Let's try this. Holy Moses. Well, that's Aqua Tail, right? I might actually shield. Oh, Dark Pulse? What? Oh, this has got to be Poison Sting then. I've got counter, by the way. Why Barbarical and not put, what Knit Arena there? That's a little bit silly. I would love to have a Bouffalon too. I don't think I have one. Come to Philly? I will put that on my to-do list. From Boston to Virginia? Virginia is not that far from Boston, isn't it? I'm sorry, E-Top. Thank you for the battles. They spawn, yep. Okay, so... do you want to run Innocent Cup battles, J-Mac? Whatever, it's up to you. It's your choice. I forget whether I'm allowed to, like, use scrim with your opponent's team. No. No, I'm not. Do you want to just put your 6 in chat? And that's mine. Alright. Tell them I said hi. What's the latest you've heard on it? Oh no, it started. Quag, Raichu, Raichu. Jelly, Swalot, Swellow, and Clefable. So I'll tell you right now, this team that I've made is very weak to Raichu, so... You are a pretty good player, so I feel like you can play that thing to good effect. But I think we are probably still friends from the last time we battled, so go ahead and send me a request. I guess this would be good practice, because I know I'm going to come up against other Raichu teams. It's on 20% of teams. Oh, really? Okay. Just scan the code. Yeah, nah, fair enough. Fair enough. Alright. Let's see what we got. Yeah, well, that's a great start. 2, 3. Oh, okay. Oh, that's Spark or Thundershock? Grass Knot, hey? Grass Knot. Revealing that early. So they're probably going to be running Wild Charge, right? As their other move. Yeah. Well, now I know. Catch a Sky Attack. I think Quagsire beats Whiscash on CMP. Alright. Let's try that. Gonna get some exercise. Good luck in your future Pogo tourneys. If I don't stop in before then, have a good one. Thank you for the chat. You have a good night, buddy. Yes. Have a good day. Oh, that's a big farm down. 4, 5, 6. Sky attack. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's another sky attack, right? Yeah. Oh. Time that poorly. Going for the Icy Wind, I mean, it's really neither here nor there whether I use Icy Wind or Drill Run. Yeah, I'm gonna go the same line again. Yeah, I had the feeling you'd run Jellison. I can tank this. Seven nines at 63. That is a Moonblast. Okay. 3, 4, 5. Oh, this shouldn't KO. I don't think. Oh wow, this made it again. All right. I had to think because obviously, yeah, Warrior is a good player, so I had to think my way through that. Couldn't be too entertaining while I was doing those battles. Yeah, GG, man. Yeah. So, obviously, like I said, Raichu gives me way too much trouble with this team, but I have been finding ways to beat Raichu teams. Has anyone got shiny for Matt? No, I haven't. Have you? I'd love to build my Ultra Jellymon. Gotta love the Ultra League, but yeah. Oh, got to love the Great League version. Ultra League is where it's at for Jellicent. It is where it is indeed at. Ooh, there's those ducklets. Okay. 10, 11. So now I'm gonna no shield. That's fine. Yep, you brave bird again, buddy. That is fine by me. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we are going to be icy winded a couple of times. But by the time we beat this seal, we should... Oh, you know what? They're going to just lick us down. Oh, maybe... Nah, yeah, they are going to lick us all the way down. Okay, so now... I think we have to come out with a weather ball. We have to farm this down. I don't think we are going to be able to farm this down. Okay. We can come out with this weather ball. We can snipe. Ah, we couldn't snipe. I want to find and maybe make a printout of a list with charge move counts on Ultramons. Yeah. That'd be a great way to learn. I keep running triple jelly beating teams and never understood what the Ultra League fuss is about. Well, that'll do it. Jelly's so thick in Ultra League makes grinding the XLs actually worth it. I agree. I've gotten so much great use out of my Jellicent. I kept on beating Pidgeots in Summer Cup with it. Fred says, I haven't seen a single or heard of anyone getting it. I don't think it's boosted, but it just got released. Yeah, I don't think I've seen anyone either. After watching Zeppler HQ, MTQ capture, Arthur Savix, Matsui, Zekai, Asmon, blah, 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 blah. YouTube's recommended me your streams. Well, I'm glad that I was 18th on the list. Welcome in, Inori. When we work out how to play these ducklet leads, we will be unfucking stoppable. So they're going to farm me all the way down. That was 7 Vine Whips. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12. Probably should have bubble beamed and then thunderbolted. They're at 100 energy, so they're like 1 away from 3 body slams. My only hope was that it was like Chin Chow in the back. How do we play Ducklet? I'll tell you how. We grab a Salandit. That's how we play Ducklet. Alright, you know what? Maybe... you know what? The second I put Chin Chow in the lead, that's when I'm gonna get all the freaking grass leads. And then we take away our big... Ducklet counter as well. I just Ubered a grass lead. Is that Aerial Ace? I don't think that was 7. Okay, sure. They just got in an extra wing attack somewhere. Interesting strat, trainer. And I think it worked. That was an accidental catch on their part. There's no way they'd let me throw 2 sparks and then try and catch. They're gonna beat me to that last move. I'm doing it. I'm making the change. So help me. If we see anything other than a ducklet, we switch out to Lily. Wow. Okay. We should be able to farm down from here. They should be throwing Ancient Power, not Seed Bomb. Alright, that should be game. And that is game. I mean, there was still a lot of play between the Chinchows. That is a reasonable observation. I will give you that. I don't know what we're going to do on a Ferroseed lead. I would play Little Cup, but I built a Carvana and it's just going to upset me that I wasted that dust. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Yep. So it's going to be 3 more for another Brave Bird. Can we get there? 12? No. But that's fine. Probably should have shielded that, to be honest. Yeah, they're going to 2-shield through us. At long last, a situation where I would have preferred Ember. Yeah, look, we're learning. $23.63. I think my mistake was... Wow, that's 50 points. Are you kidding me? For a 1-4. My mistake was saying we're on a veteran push. We were never going to make it. You can play one Ultra League battle in the time that set took. Charm is so gross in the little... Yeah. Yes, it is. Okay. So, let's find someone to raid. Oh, Burns is on. Haven't seen him in a while. We've got Pocket Monster Max. They're probably the 2 I'm looking at. Let's raid Burns. So, Lily Bear streaming tomorrow night. Make sure to visit her and check out her battles and her sparkling personality. Then on Tuesday night US time, we have the complete breakdown of the single type cup. And then on Friday, it's Blepnir and Sako. Hey, Billy. You came right at the end. We are about to raid, and you can tell that because we are now doing the raid dance. We're doing the raid dance. Doing the raid dance. Doing that raid dance. And strength.